Hello there, and welcome to yet another new exciting episode of Hilit Sports Short Fad here in the studios of Hilit Sports Television. My name is Chuka, your regular host here. Today we're going to talk about things happening in the world of sports, but I implore you to hit the subscribe button below if you're linking up with us on YouTube, and also turn on post notifications if you're linking up with us on Instagram. Let's go and come back. I'll introduce the topics and my guest after now. Stay with me. Yes, we're back like we never left here in the studios of Sazi, regular corporate. You're welcome.
Good morning, Chuka. Hi, viewers.
So we're here yet another amazing week, really intriguing. So many things happening in the ongoing Euro 2020. England's success, I would say. And I remember the last time we bashed Gareth Southgate and all. Now we're here to say another thing. That's one thing about we, the media people. So we can say one thing today and say another thing tomorrow based on the facts below as before us. Now let's start with the transfers ongoing right now. Over to France now, where Paris Saint-Germain are ongoing. They have an ongoing swoop for Gianluigi Donnarumma, Sergio Ramos, and Achraf Hakimi, with other players expected to join the team. Really. So, what do you make of this?
Well, PSG, as we rightly pointed out, they're actually on the verge of trying to unveil these great players. Hakimi, the Moroccan great defender, Sergio Ramos, the Spanish great defender, and Donnarumma, the Spanish the Italian national team goalkeeper and the captain as well. So for me, I think it's a good one for them, knowing fully well that they were not really happy with their performances last season. They could not really retain the League One title they won a couple of 2 seasons ago, and the way they actually got the put that out of the FIFA Champions League was very, very bizarre for them. Let me start with Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos, after leaving Real Madrid, and they're trying to sign a couple of contracts with PSG, he's a Champions League material. Hopefully, he will actually enable them to lay their hands on the FIFA Champions League title. Ever since Thiago Silva left the club for Chelsea, PSG has never gotten someone in the replica of such a great defender. So for me, I think Sergio Ramos can actually help them. The only defender that actually scored more goals as a Real Madrid player, central defender, 101 goals in 471 appearances for Real Madrid. He's a good player. I don't know why Real Madrid could not offer him the 2 years contract he actually demanded. But PSG offered him 2 years contract, and he will be actually signing for PSG. For Hakimi, I remember when Hakimi was playing for Borussia Dortmund when he left when he actually left Real Madrid and went to Borussia Dortmund. He was so fantastic. He played good football, but Real Madrid decided not to bring him back because, according to them, he was actually surplus to requirement. So Inter Milan signed him. Now Inter Milan, they're having financial problems, so they decided to offload him. And PSG trying to get this guy to actually add color to their squad, because Hakimi is a wonderful defender, he's a wonderful player, he can actually push for an attack, and he knows how to make a return to cover his defense. For Donnarumma, one of the best goalkeepers we have in the whole world, after leaving AC Milan, people thought probably he could come to Chelsea, but he said no. PSG on the verge of unveiling him. So fantastic, but I don't know what will be the fate of Kenan Evans, the PSG goalkeeper. If I were his agent, I would push for him to leave because that guy is too good to sit on the bench at PSG.
And he almost did experience that in Real Madrid with the arrival of Thibaut Courtois and all. So now let's also head over to the Serie A, where a player so many persons thought would actually join Paris Saint-Germain, and his agent Jorge Mendes, I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, pushing for a contract extension at the old lady. That's Juventus. Well, he's seeking for a Serie A redemption and comeback. What do you think of that move? Or do you think Ronaldo should think of other offers? Or is his agent doing the right thing by pitching for him to stay there?
I think his agent is trying to see if Juventus will continue to pay him the 30 million euros he currently earns at Juventus. Because if he wants to force his way out of the terrain, which club will pay him such amount of money? Real Madrid and Barcelona are trying to force their players to take a pay cut. I don't think any club in England can actually pay him such amount. Even Manchester United, who are rumoring to get him back, cannot really pay him so because of the financial crunch when people are really going through at this point in time. Unless probably he wants to go to MLS in USA, which I know Cristiano Ronaldo cannot do that at this point in time. So trying to have contract extension with Juventus is a good one for him, even though Juventus are trying to see how they can manage their financial problem. But the personality of Cristiano Ronaldo under the new era, talking about Max Allegri, who actually signed him from Real Madrid in 2018, I think he will do well, and I believe the contract talks will actually go well, because Juventus, it will be of their own good and benefit to still retain Cristiano Ronaldo.
Now let's head over to Patrick Vieira and him being unveiled as the new coach of Crystal Palace. Well, so many players have had the opportunity to be players and coaches. Well, the most successful of them being Zinedine Zidane of late. So what do you think will be the fate of Patrick Vieira, knowing that at least he has been sacked, of late before he took on this new job? What do you think is going to be his fate?
It's a big test for Patrick Vieira. As a player, he was very successful. He had an amazing and flourishing footballing career. We know how he won 3 Premier League titles and 4 FA Cup titles with Arsenal under Arsene Wenger, before he left for Juventus on 1-year loan, and a pitch he sent with Inter Milan, winning 3 Serie A titles and 2 Italian Super Cup. This guy has been so fantastic. His first managerial job was at New York City Football Club. He did well, from 2016 to 2018, before he left for French Ligue 1 side Nice, where he actually did well his first season in 2018, finishing 7th for them, one higher than the position they were before. In 2019, he finished 5th with them, giving them Europa League ticket. But last year, he was not really so lucky. After having recording several losses, they decided to sack him. For me, Patrick Vieira has never failed as a manager, has never failed. It's just that these guys, they were not really patient with him. Okay, sometimes managers stumble in their managerial career, but it now takes a club to study and say, okay, let's give this guy time and maybe a chance to actually recover. So for me, Patrick Vieira coming to Crystal Palace is a good one for me. He likes black. I believe a very chase will flourish under him, and he's actually full of experience. His wealth of experience is so amazing for me, honestly. So whether he will succeed or not at Crystal Palace, I strongly believe Patrick Vieira will succeed, and it's a bigger test for him. Meanwhile, no, he's eyeing that Arsenal job, so I think that position will prepare him. Yeah.
Okay, you have said it. What do you think about Patrick Vieira clinching the job? You've been in the helms of affairs in Crystal Palace. Now let's head over to Euros again to talk about the success that England are witnessing. 5 clean sheets so far. Big ups to the whole team members, and also my boy Pickford. That guy, I've been following him up from Russia 2018. He's been amazing, absolutely amazing. And what do you think is the mentality of the team right now? Do you think they're going to cruise like this to win the Euro 2020s?
Well, the road is clear for them. The coach declared for sure is that word. Before this tournament, you and I never gave England the slightest opportunity. I tagged them as I can remember the word I used that pretty day, honestly. But what has been going on for the English national team is that gel, that cohesiveness, that unity, and Gary Southgate has refused to listen to critics coming from the English media. He has chosen the players he actually believed that could give him results, and which we've actually seen the result. Whether England will be able to win the title, for me, I think they have a 70% chances of winning the title. The next game will be against Denmark. But first of all, they have to conquer that semi-final for June. Since 1966 was the first time England actually played in a final of any major tournament. After then, they've actually lost in the 4 major finals, especially 1996 when they hosted the Euros. They were beaten by Germany in the semi-final. And then in the World Cup 2018, they were beaten in the semi-final by Croatia. So facing Denmark will be a very, very torrid experience for them if they fail to destroy them for them. But for me, England as it stands, they have the opportunity getting to the finals, probably winning the title.
Okay, so all you English fans listening to us right now, watching this video, what do you think? Do you think England has got all it takes to cruise all the way to the finals? You tell us. Osaze will be here. We'll be reading your comments, and know how to react to each and every one of them. Okay, still on that, let's also talk about Gareth Southgate. So all of you watching right now, don't eat us up. I know we'll never give him a chance. I know. So that's what we're here to appreciate the guy. what do you think he's going to do or he's meant to do in terms of team enforcement?
Well, Gareth Southgate is a disciplined manager. He's a manager that believes in himself, and he's a manager that has refused to listen to critics from the English media. What he did in 2018 that really cost him the World Cup was because he was listening to English media, hyping one or two players he actually selected. He said, okay, probably the media they knew better than he did then, but at the end of the day, he discovered that he's actually responsible for his failure or his success. So if you look at the players he selected for this Euro, we talk about Jadon Sancho. We know how English media have hyped this guy. He's worth £200 million. He can do this, can do that. But this guy has always sat on the bench for this Euro, except for 1 or 2 games he actually came on as a substitute. Gareth Southgate deemed it fit not to play this guy despite the hype. Now, Jack Grealish, people praised as actually the almighty of Aston Villa. But Southgate watched this guy and saw that this guy was not really fit to start for me in this Euro. But we saw when he came on in the second half, in the last game, he actually proved a change. He changed the whole mentality of the game. So for me, if Gareth Southgate still wants to push ahead in this Euro, he should maintain the winning team, maintain his winning mentality, shut down every criticism coming from the English media, let him follow his mind as he has always did right from the onset of this Euro. So if he can achieve that, probably their game against Denmark may mark the turning point of this golden generation. Remember, the last time they played in any final of any major tournament was 1966 World Cup. So I think it's a challenge for them, and I believe this golden generation will be able, having that at back of the mind, should inspire them going into the game against Denmark.
Okay, now let's also talk about Denmark quickly. Really, their talisman, Christian Eriksen, got ruled out when he had a heart issue in their first ever match in the Euros. Do you think his good luck is following the team? Because no one expected him to come this far. No one, not even myself, really.
Well, Denmark, if you watch Denmark, they were actually former champions. They won this title in 1992. Despite the fact that the Christian Eriksen sustained injury in their first game, Denmark is a football nation. They have the squad. They've always kind of done better in any major tournament. So, but I think the absence of Cristiano Ronaldo has actually done them so good, because I was thinking if Cristiano Ronaldo had been involved in this match, probably they wouldn't have got into this semi-final. You never can tell. So whatever happened in the first game probably might have pushed these players to go extra mile. But if Cristiano Ronaldo, whether he actually his absence has brought luck to them, I can say yes, his absence has actually brought luck to Danish national team.
Okay, now for us to wrap up, thank you for staying with us for this far. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're linking up with us on YouTube. The button is below there, and also on Instagram, turn up post notifications, and don't forget to always comment and tell us what you're thinking at every point in time. So now, what would you say is the role of Ronaldo, or the role he has played in the development of this sport or this tournament in terms of competition? Because he alone has come out to do a whole lot of things, really creating records and breaking them himself, and a whole lot of other things, making it impossible for most players to kind of step up. The next Euros, I don't know, he might not be able to play. So which player would you think can be able to step up with the crop of new players we have around?
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo did what everyone expected him to do. He's a legend, he's a great player, and I don't think Euros has actually missed him so much, despite the fact that he actually broke so many records and equally created so many records. As regard with players who could actually match his feat, his achievements, well, we have the likes of Harry Kane, we have the likes of Kylian Mbappe, we have the likes of Robert Lewandowski, who was not really in fine form during these Euros. So the upcoming players we are looking up to see how they can actually do what Cristiano Ronaldo did and not really performing as we expected them. Most especially the most annoying, disappointing player in this Euro, Kylian Mbappe. He did not even score half goal, talk more of one single goal in this Euro. So for me, I think Cristiano Ronaldo, it will take a couple of years before a player could match what he achieved.
So wow, Kylian Mbappe had a disappointing Euros, and now let's go to his international teammates and counterparts, N'Golo Kante. I know when we were discussing before, prior to the start of the Euros, we were talking about him needing to get to a particular certain height for him to be able to comfortably vie for Ballon d'Or. Well, do you think he's there yet? Do you think the Ballon d'Or is still much in as in is much competed for? Do you think there are other players who can give him a run for his money when it comes to vying for that, top individual prize?
Well, I think at this moment, N'Golo Kante still has a chance to win the Ballon d'Or. If you look at the likes of Denmark, England, Italy, and Spain, I cannot really fashion any fantastic player among these countries that could rival N'Golo Kante. Where Kante has problem at this moment is where Lionel Messi is. Lionel Messi is actually propelling his country to winning their first ever Copa America since 1993. They'll be facing Colombia in the semi-finals, and if they could go on to win that title, it will be a tough contest between Messi and N'Golo Kante. But as far as this series is concerned, I've not seen any fantastic player among these four remaining countries that could actually win the Ballon d'Or above N'Golo Kante. It's not possible.
Okay, that's it for this week. Thank you so much. My name is Chuka. Like we always tell you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and be a part of our story, and also send us your comments and your views about everything we'll discuss here. Till we'll come your way again. Bye for now.